So obviously one of the best video games released this year is Luigi's Mansion 2 on Nintendo Switch. A port of the 3DS game, this game impresses with its amazing visuals, its great gameplay. It's probably the best Luigi's Mansion game, period, honestly. I am in love with this game. I've always advocated for it. People are going out left and right trying to talk down to it, trying to say it's not very good. They didn't add anything new. Good. Because modern developers would completely screw the game up if they adjusted anything. Just look at what happened with Paper Mario. So not only was Luigi's Mansion 2 a better game than Paper Mario 2, The Thousand Year Door to begin with, it also has had a better re-release because they didn't make any weird changes. They didn't make any adjustments to the script. They kept it as it is. And as a result of that, and this is really obvious if you pay any attention at all, there are no they-thems in Luigi's Mansion 2. Bizarrely, like, Luigi's Mansion 2 of all games doesn't seem to try and force in any blatantly fake, incorrect usages of the words they and them. Like, there are lots of situations in which EGAD gives exposition, and it feels like if it was a modern localization, he would use, like, they-thems, but instead he defaults to how you're supposed to speak. You know, himself. You know, talking about ghosts. Oh, but we don't know the gender of the ghost. Yeah, that's how you're supposed to refer to things of indeterminate gender. You are supposed to default to masculine pronouns. You are supposed to say he and him. And based EGAD, the absolute legend, the absolute most Giga Chad Nintendo character in existence, seems to be the one person who understands this. But again, this is just a joke because obviously, like, that's how everybody talked back then, right? But again, like, just look at how terrible things have gotten over the past decade when it comes to Nintendo localizations. You know, just look at how terrible, like, Tears of the Kingdom was compared to Breath of the Wild. You know, just look at like, oh, that fox was prancing across the prairie. They looked really happy. Like, what? Are you kidding me? Like, it is appalling how this issue seems to be going completely overlooked by, like, the Nintendo community as a whole. It is embarrassing seeing, like, localizers try to pass off Act as being non-binary, or Juniper, or Kaiza, or, like, again, why exactly are they able to get away with this? Like, this is appalling. And people aren't noticing. They don't care. It's not a big deal for them. It is a big deal. Like, it needs to stop. This is, I think, the worst Nintendo's localization has ever been, ever. And yet, we're not really seeing a peep out of the general community because this is all according to plan. This is all, like, unbelievable. Like, it's unbelievable for sure. Everybody just cried wolf over things that do not matter for, like, the past decade or 20 years. Like, again, meanwhile, localizations are worse than ever, and nobody's discussing the real issues because, at their core, like, the culture war grifters, you know, Stuttering Craig, Raging Golden Eagle, like, all of those guys, like Nick Ricciata, they don't play the games. They don't understand the games. They don't actually understand what localizers are trying to do to the English language. Like, it's not just about the localization or the games. It's about completely warping the English language and changing culture as we know it, right? Cultural Marxism. Again, why is no one else acknowledging the reality of where we're at right now? Where, like, the liberal media is clearly on the decline. They're clearly on the way out. People are rejecting them, but they are absolutely going to insane lengths to insert their ideology everywhere. And the they-them thing is absolutely a major part of that.